reacciona.
So this means
La reacción es
cocaine?
inmediata. Color turquesa.
What's happening is that they caught these vials going through customs here at the airport on a mule, on a smuggler, and she's testing them for us right now. And when did you capture this recently?
El día de hoy.
You just caught this today? Hoy. Captura hoy.
Hoy. El día de hoy.
Drugs coming through the Lima airport. It's not academic, it's a daily occurrence. Over 2 kilos of liquid cocaine. The vast amount of drugs being smuggled out of Peru has created a cottage industry for traffickers. Thousands of foreign citizens, enticed by the easy money to be made moving drugs out of Lima, have gotten caught and ensnared into the criminal justice system. We met up with Mateo, an American trafficker who spent time in a Peruvian jail for smuggling cocaine.
I came over here to Peru in 2010. I got caught in the Peruvian airport of Jorge Chavez with 3 kilos of cocaine.
How'd you get involved in trafficking cocaine?
When I was about 19, linked up with some friends, and I came to South America, got introduced to some other friends over here. I just made my connection like that. Everybody has their reasons for taking this type of a risk.
What was your reason for taking the risk?
Had no money. I was actually homeless for a while because I left the house at an early age. I mean, to a homeless person, $5,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah. That's what people are getting paid for a run?
Yeah, for a run.
Just to get on an airplane from Lima to wherever, you make $5 grand?
$5 grand.
How'd you get caught?
I think I got overconfident, got too comfortable. You know what I mean? I felt invincible. The fucking idiot that did the job for me put cable wire in it. And
cable wire in the cocaine package?
In the cocaine package to give it a form, and it went off in the middle of the sector. So I wound up doing 4 years and 3 months. The prison was built for 800 people, but there were like about 3,000. Just people on top of people, so many foreigners too.
What nationalities were in there?
South Africa, Nigeria, you name it, Chinese, all over the world.
They were all in there for trafficking?
For trafficking.
Thanks to a Peruvian law, traffickers caught are sentenced with a minimum mandatory of 6 years and 8 months, 2/3 of which must be served in prison, and the remainder served on parole. On top of that, they're given heavy fines. This creates a unique situation for foreign traffickers as their passports are taken away, leaving them unable to leave the country or find legitimate work to pay off the fines. There are currently nearly 1,500 foreigners incarcerated in Peruvian prisons for drug trafficking, and thousands more on parole in the streets. We met with Deidre from Canada, who, like so many other foreigners, is stuck in Lima on parole. Originally sentenced to 12 years, she spent 27 months in prison. She can't leave the country until 2016 and works high-end nightclubs to make ends meet and pay off her fines. How did you get to Peru?
My friend and her boyfriend, they were like, let's go on a trip. I went to Peru. They had taken me out and got me super drunk. Their friends had come to see me and had taken my bag. Take my clothes. Asked me, what are you gonna be wearing tomorrow?
Because your flight was the next day.
Yeah, and I'm like going into the airport and I go to the clerk and I go, like it's so heavy. I'm like, and they like look and they take it to get scanned right away. And I ended up trafficking, which was not the plan. I was set up so that more bigger quantities of cocaine could be passed, because that's what they do. They set up the mules and they get arrested so the bigger amounts can go in. So I'm thinking I was definitely a Christmas present to the police.
What was the worst part of being in prison?
The pain I put my daughter through.
When was the last time you saw her?
The last time I seen her was in 2010. So I have stuck here to 2016 of July without any ID, without an identity, working, trying to make money. I work every single exclusive club. The nightlife is amazing. Where you're gonna see Colombians have a fashion show in their underwear, which is very common here in Peru. The guys love here.
Along with being the world's top producer of cocaine, Peru is also a drug paradise where people from all over the world are coming to Lima to have fun and get high. Not every trafficker lands on their feet after getting out of prison. Many of them are struggling to get by. We came to a convent in a rough neighborhood of Lima where 11 women parolees from Asia, Europe, and the US are living among the nuns. Martina, one of 3 traffickers from the Philippines staying here, agreed to tell us her story.
When I was in my country, I meet one Filipino friend from long time, and she told me, if you want, you can go together with me in another country and bring some jewelries. No?
So they wanted you to bring some jewelry, which meant drugs. Yeah.
They didn't tell me that I'm going to bring that things, only jewelries. And I asked them how much money they gonna pay me. No? They tell me it's only $3,000. I said, oh, it's a big money. For me, it's a big money because I didn't know, no?
So now that you're out, how many years do you have to be here for?
For 2 years.
You have 2 more years?
2 more years.
And then you can go home. Do you have a fine you have to pay?
Even I finish my sentence, I need to pay my fine.
Which is how much?
10,000 soles. It's a big money. And I don't know where I'm going to get that money. I work now.
And what are you doing? I saw you at the mall, right?
Yeah, I was collecting money who use the toilet facilities.
So you're like a bathroom attendant? Yeah.
But I earn a little bit, 25 soles a day.
25 soles a day, so that's like $8 a day. $8 US a day.
For long hours.
Right.
It's so hard. This is all my fault. Now I'm scared to go back to my country, you know? My mom died. My father's still there. I was worried with him. He's also sick.
I know it's very, very difficult. I've talked to several women, and they've all told me how difficult it's been.
Really, it's so hard.
There are thousands of foreigners stuck in this legal purgatory. Many are living on the streets or taken in by the church. These foreigners, an increasing number of whom are women, are just another consequence of the booming cocaine trade in Peru. While there is some talk of reforming Peru's trafficking code, as long as there are drugs to be moved, there seems to be a steady supply of foreign mules willing to take the risk.
Stop the war on drugs, and let's be more constructive in trying to reduce the consumption and not just to limit ourselves to that position of war.
This is not a Democrat problem, this is not a Republican problem, this is an American problem.
The remarkable absence of strategic thinking on the part of U.S. foreign policymakers when it comes to international drug control has been one of the more astounding failures of U.S. diplomacy over the last 40 years.